Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're going through Luke chapter 14. It starts with Jesus. He's invited to eat bread with one of the chief Pharisees on the Sabbath. They make sure to watch Jesus' every move. A man with the dropsy approaches Jesus for healing. Jesus turns to the Pharisees and asks, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day?" And they don't respond. Jesus heals the man and he goes on his way. Jesus then asked the Pharisees directly if they saw one of their oxen or donkeys fall into a pit on the Sabbath day, would they save it? And again, they did not respond. The next section is unique to Luke in that Jesus describes the parable of the wedding invitation. Don't go to the highest room to celebrate, lest you be asked to go down lower and be humiliated, because a more honorable man has taken your place. Instead, take a low seat and wait for someone to say to you, "Friend, come up here, and you can eat in the presence of them that sit at meat with thee." Meaning, don't exalt yourself, thinking of yourself in higher esteem than actuality. Instead, humble yourself, then you shall be exalted. Jesus says, when you set to cook a feast, don't just invite your friends, the rich, the esteemed. Invite also the poor, lame, and blind, and you will be blessed and recompensed at the resurrection of the just. Upon hearing this, a man at the meal says, "Blessed is he that shall eat bread in the kingdom of God." Jesus uses this opportunity to tell the story of a man that did hold a great feast, and upon sending his servant out to bid the guests to come when the meal was ready, he discovered that each of the guests had given the servant an excuse as to why they could not come. The Lord, holding the feast, told his servant to go to the streets and tell the poor, maimed, halt, and blind. And the servant does, and people fill the house, but there is still room at the feast. So the Lord tells the servant again, "Go and tell all until this house is filled." Jesus emphasizes the end of the story, that none of those men that were bidden shall taste of my supper, meaning God can extend the invitation to you, but also isolate people from the benefits of his grace. After eating, Jesus departs with a great multitude of people. He tells them that one's devotion to Christ must be first above all, that loyalty to him is paramount. He uses the example of the tower. When building it, you count your funds to do so first, before starting and running out of money, or you lay a foundation and risk being humiliated that you can't finish. He also says that a king that wishes to conquer, you need to know your resources and stand for peace rather than war. To be a true disciple of Christ, you must forsake all that you have, that the salt that adds flavor can sometimes loses its savor, meaning nothing will be seasoned, and it's not even fit for the land or the dunghill. He says that men should cast it out. This is the end of chapter 14, and Jesus makes sure to emphasize that whoever has ears should let him hear what Jesus is saying. Okay, everybody, that's the end of chapter 14 in the Gospel of Luke. I hope that you enjoyed it. I sure did. I think it's interesting that Christ says to make sure that you empty yourself of the things that this world deems so necessary, when all you really need is Christ. And I think that we can see that a lot in our own lives, whether we like it or not. I think that there's instances where we might really want something, be it a job or a new car to go on vacation, or a date with someone, or the newest computer or iPhone or whatever. but it's really not necessary. And we might get so upset in the range of emotions used when we could just simply focus on God. Knowing that Christ is with us and that God provides everything that we truly do need, maybe the concept of the newest iPhone isn't really all that important. But still a hard pill to swallow sometimes, especially if you're a younger person. Sometimes the race and grass is always greener kind of sentiment can really get to you. And it's important for us to focus on what really is the center of our lives, and that is God. So this was a good reminder. I hope that you enjoyed it. Today is Friday, so I will not see you again until probably Monday at least with Luke chapter 15. But I hope that you have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend ahead. And if you have any prayer requests, like always, please leave them down in the comments below. If you have any questions about the reading or anything that we've read thus far, please do holler at me. I love questions and we can get through it together. Thanks very much, everybody, and have a good day. Bye.